Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, The Walking Dead Universe. Every show, it's had its different groups over time. Some have been okay, kind of cool. Some have been a little, weird or not cool at all. Sometimes the lore or their background story is a little crazy, but with every show, they've had the different groups, the different communities. Even if they pop out of nowhere, even if it's sometimes a little stupid. But these are all groups that have come and gone. Many have come and gone. But this video is going to highlight the groups, the active groups. So you start watching The Walking Dead again, what groups are active right now? If you start watching Fear the Walking Dead again, what groups are active right now? Same thing with World Beyond and the potential The Walking Dead movie. We'll look at the groups that are kind of out there and what's going on a little bit in this video. So we'll start with the main show, The Walking Dead. I have in the list the Alexandrians, and that includes everyone now because Hilltop was destroyed. Oceanside's not destroyed. I don't know if they will stay there once now Commonwealth is on the scene. We've seen Alexandria burned in some promo photos and stuff, so will they even stay there, try to rebuild as Eugene and their group is doing their thing at Commonwealth? Or because the communities are so destroyed, will they try to all go to Commonwealth? But the Alexandrians include Alexandria, Oceanside, Hilltop, and the ones that came from the Kingdom. Then we have Maggie's group. Not sure how large it is. There's been some spoiler stuff come out talking about her group and stuff and about Georgie and what happened to her. She's kind of missing at this point, I think, but I won't go into all of that right now in this video. But we have Maggie's group that showed up and helped fight the Whisperers right there at the end. It's a small group, and we should learn more about it in the extra 6 episodes. But that is an active group that should be really part of the Alexandrians at this point, probably. And of course, we have Commonwealth, the introduction of Commonwealth. In the comic, that's a 50,000 people strong community. Got leadership and an army, the guys in white that you see, the white armor. It'll be fun to see how the show plays that out, that group. We haven't really got into it yet, but we will a little bit more in those 6 extra episodes. And the question mark with the Reapers, that's been out in some promos and stuff like that and some spoilers. That's just supposedly a group that Maggie got into it with. And we may see some of those characters in the extra 6 episodes. And even though Virgil and Connie could be considered maybe part of the Alexandrian group, they're still out there. We don't know if they have other intentions, if Virgil may have some weird intentions or something with Connie, the way he looked down at her. Or is he a good guy? Can we trust this guy? I don't know what's going on with Virgil and Connie. I don't think they're going to show up in the extra 6 episodes. It'll be season 11, I think, before we find out what happens to them. But they're still out there. They're not a community, but just wanted to acknowledge they're kind of out there. And, of course, Michonne's Nomad group. Michonne, as she exited the show, came across this group, seeming like a nomad type group. A couple of people that belong to the group. We don't know who they are. We haven't really found out anything through spoilers even that I know of, but we don't really know much about this. I think they're going to do this story in a Michonne story, whether it be a 1-hour special or a short series of, 6 episodes, 10 episodes. That's probably what it'll be, some type of short 1-season series where World Beyond was 2 seasons. They may have something with Michonne because she's got other things going on, like a short 1 season that explains her story leading into the movie. So we definitely have that going on in the TWD main show world anyway. And of course, if I miss anything in any of these groups, in any of the shows, just let us know down in the comments below. In Fear the Walking Dead, we have Morgan's group. That consists of mainly the main people that were separated by Virginia and the Pioneers. They're coming back together. There's a few new people here and there, but mainly it's the main group that got separated back at the start. Then we've got, of course, Virginia and the Pioneers. We still got those towns and communities, and they're under her thumb. So once she gets put down, I'm wondering if Morgan will kind of take over that or liberate them. What will happen, at that point? I do think Virginia won't make it out of the season, or if anything, she'll be defeated and captured, that kind of thing. What will happen after that to the communities, the Pioneers? I guess it's still an option for them to be Michonne's group. But I just figure Morgan, came from that area. Dwight came from that area. He should be with them. They should know that Alexandria is right there. Why didn't they go try to see Rick or try to find anybody? That's why I don't think it's the same group. And I think maybe even Scott Gimple said, this is a brand new group, that kind of thing. I do think Morgan will eventually in the next season want to make his way toward Alexandria. I think there'll be a time jump. I think somehow they will cross paths in some way in the future. But going back to the list, we have the White Mask group, and I don't know if they ever got an official name, but that's Sherry's group, the little rebellion group that's against Virginia. And we have the Doomsday Cult. That's the End is the Beginning cult, the people that are spray painting that everywhere on everything. I call them a doomsday cult because I think that's what they are. They're all about the end of the world. And the lady out in the woods from Virginia found her. She's just like, we're going to tear down what you're building, because it's the end of the world or whatever. So we've got that group. And you can't leave out CRM Isabel. So because every now and then CRM makes a little appearance in Fear the Walking Dead. But usually it's tied to Isabel and, of course, Al's character. All right, and now to World Beyond. The Walking Dead World Beyond show has, of course, Civic Republic, and mainly CRM, Civic Republic Military. Of course, that's Elizabeth and the Three Circle group. We've got Felix and his group. That's the group from Campus Colony. We know Campus Colony, spoiler alert if you're not caught up to World Beyond, but Campus Colony is not there anymore, so they're the survivors of Campus Colony, Felix's group. Hope, of course, was taken by CRM, and Felix's group eventually met up with the Woodsman group, and that's what I call them because they were guys out in the woods. But Felix's boyfriend was also a part of that group, the Woodsman group. And if you remember, Huck told Felix, hey, there's safety, there's some people that can help you up this way, go this way, and you'll run into them.
5 miles north, you'll find safety.
So Huck, and I'm sure CRM, knows about this group in the woods. Is this group in the woods a group like the Junkyard that's friendly with CRM because they trade for supplies or something like that? I'm sure CRM knows a lot of little groups out there like the Junkyard group that they've been doing trading with and stuff. I hope they get into that a lot more and we see their system and stuff that's been going on. But I'm not sure who these Woodsman group actually are. And then the other two communities that we know of in World Beyond that's been talked about, because we know Campus Colony was wiped out, there's Portland and Omaha, and I've got a question mark there for this reason. Portland, we saw the scientist as a walker, the guy from Portland. So to me, that doesn't look good for Portland, just looking back at, he might have been accidentally bitten, but it just points to also Omaha. And I did a video, I can leave a link to it in the description below. I did a video on Omaha. The maps that we saw in her apartment, Elizabeth's apartment, with the arrows pointing and stuff, everybody was saying that's Campus Colony, but it's not. Those are the streets of Omaha. And it's an invasion. And I don't think it's an invasion like they're going to do it in the future. I think maybe they've already done it. So I'm kind of saying Omaha and possibly Portland suffered the same fate as Campus Colony. I know that's crazy, but that's just a theory. And that's why I have the question marks. But moving into the Walking Dead movie, and again, we haven't really got any details on this, but we know for sure Rick was taken by the Three Circle group, CRM. So we know Civic Republic and the military side of that is going to be in this, the research facility, the military side. I think there's going to be concentration type camps, prison camps of people. I think that's where Rick is. That's why he hasn't been back home, because he's been in prison. He just can't get out. There's so many soldiers. They've got weapons. They're highly sophisticated. So he hasn't been able to get out. That's my theory. So we're going to see a lot of Civic Republic, mostly Civic Republic. I don't know if we'll even see any other groups in the first movie anyway. Will Rick's rebellion happen? I mean, something's got to happen. Will that type of thing happen? And, behind the scenes as we're watching the movie, is that forming, that other group kind of forming as we watch the movie kind of thing, the people that are going to rise up with Rick? Or is there some other, something we don't know yet? Of course, there's that option just because we don't have any details about the movie yet. So very excited to learn more about the movie. The first trailer we get for that is going to be huge. Just a real trailer. I mean, it's going to be one of the most watched things I think ever. Once word gets out that, hey, the movie trailer is finally here, because everybody's been waiting so long. Hopefully, even the ones that said they gave up on it will watch it and get excited and go, damn, I got to watch that. But those are the groups that we're dealing with in the Walking Dead universe right now that I know of and could remember and started talking about. If you guys know some others that are active, there's plenty of communities that have come and gone, or maybe out there somewhere, possibly, but we just haven't heard from them in a while, or we know we won't hear from them. Like the Grady Memorial cops and stuff like that. Yeah, it'd be great to learn what happened to them, but I just don't think we ever will. So I just, that's a community or group that may be out there, but they're not active. They're not in any of the shows, and I don't think they will be. I left out Tales of the Walking Dead just because, man, that show, every show, different episodes going to be different and sporadic, and we just don't know what they're going to be about. So I just left that off for right now as far as whoever and whatever may be in Tales of the Walking Dead. But let me know what you think about it all, the groups, the shows, how things are going. All shows are in production right now. It's going to be a big year for The Walking Dead. Hope you guys are right there with me as I make these videos and talk about it, and you guys talk about it with me, because that is what it's all about. Everybody stay safe. This is James in Nashville. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more dead stuff.